I'm not going to undo any of this.
We thought we were home free, but turns out we are not.
No, it's bad.
So these are teeny tiny. Okay, we're gonna.
It's only bad if you look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, no muffler, no rear brakes, and we're missing a couple other pieces, so nothing crazy. That is so cool, though. It's a shifter mini bike. On today's episode of Cars and Cameras, we're building the ultimate yard sale mini bike using an old Scat Cat frame and a 3-speed Honda Trail 70 engine with a 3-wheeler exhaust. It looks awesome. It should be a fun ride. Let's get started. This whole idea started when the frame, the engine were upstairs, and we just said, let's see what happens when we put that engine in that frame, and it looks too perfect not to build a mini bike. Yeah, unfortunately, that engine doesn't really run. Yeah. And Ike doesn't want that 70 off his Z50, so that engine's getting transplanted over here. You're learning that the Scat Cat's pretty high-end mini bike, huh?
I mean, good gosh. Look, I mean, it's got a safety lock for the, what is it? The head tube. The head tube bolt. There's not even a nut on the bottom of that, you know, the quality that you pay for.
Well, it's threaded in.
Yeah. It's threaded into this lower support back here. It's not that it's missing, but front brakes, spoked rims, front and rear, and I mean front and rear. What is it? I get internal drum brakes. So it. I mean, of course, we're gonna upgrade it again with a 3-speed, and maybe since it has back here, since it has these mounts for shocks, we may put a Springer seat. You know, because I mean, golly, it's falling apart already.
The Scat Cat is a classic mini bike design, but we don't have the original engine. So what we're going to do is build a mount that will bolt onto the original engine mount that will also work for our Honda Trail 70 style engine. So we don't have to modify the Scat Cat frame at all. So I'm going to get designing. We're going to get started. I can't blame Ike for not wanting this engine on here. It's used, it's pretty tired, but it'll fit this build pretty well. If I remember correctly, we just kind of taped a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah, zip tie and stuff, because, I mean, it worked great. And heck, it probably could have, I mean, it would have made a Busco trip.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, at least a lap or two. But this is, as nice as this is, it's not going.
No. From the factory, those things are pretty much zip tied on, so we're just...
Yeah. I mean, just the zip ties are nicer.
Yeah.
That's the only different.
So while Charles is pulling that off, I'm going to fill you in on this situation. We've already hit a challenge. So from here, you can really see the vision. It looks killer in there. I mean, the Scat Cat plate and that engine with the exhaust sitting like that with the rear tire mocked up. However, as you look closer, you'll see the engine is nowhere close to being centered in the frame, and our exhaust is up against the chassis. Additionally, our sprocket alignment is nowhere close to where it needs to be. So the plan, loosen the studs on the exhaust, pivot it out a little bit, see if we can get that engine nice and centered to where our sprockets line up, because that's going to be the biggest thing. Also, we are super close on this rear engine mount and the tire. So if we can get that figured out, we know we have a green light, because an exhaust can be modified easily. Meanwhile, Charles making spaghetti.
I'm not going to undo any of this.
Yeah, just...
And I think there's literally only one plug. This one was already open, and it ran without it. This wasn't, so...
Gonna roll the gasoline-filled bike outside because we're gonna be using some fire. The exhaust we need is rusted to the head, so it's torch time.
What's the best way to... I don't know, we might need to cut a slit and try and break that loose, but... Got it. Oh, wow. Oh god. Oh, okay. So it worked the bad way. It broke it off, but that's all right. I'm gonna try a bigger nut so I can get a better weld on this.
May not work.
It may not, but I'm gonna keep trying. Now it's time for the I'm done talking to it.
Nice job.
Yeah. Thank goodness for heat.
Let's get that new engine mocked up and go from there. We thought we were home free, but turns out we are not.
No, it's bad. It's not good. So the seal is, well, okay, so we've got an aluminum head and steel exhaust, and we had, what's that process where the two different metals start corroding at the same time and like they bond or something? Ike said it the other day, but it's not good.
It's Mother Nature done welded it to the head is what
so
happened.
like, yeah, the aluminum got tight and the steel got tight, and they're fighting each other. That's not good. That's what you see here is the steel starting to separate. I think it did that in there.
Yeah. More heat?
Yeah, the aluminum can't take as much as steel, but heat's always good.
A little bit of heat.
Like what I was talking about, the expansion of the two different metals and corrosion, it has blown this part out of the head. Like part of the seal, let's see, that's steel. My magnet's stuck, and then there's aluminum. There's supposed to be a piece right there, and I think that chunk blew out.
That's aluminum. All right, so the head is garbage.
Yeah, garbage. So we're just gonna heat it up, just float the torch around, because I really don't want to destroy it, because there's probably still good pieces on it. But yeah, so we're just gonna, heat will be our friend right now. Looks like the exhaust is not going to separate from the engine, so we're gonna have to figure something else out. But we have the new engine blocked up on the chassis. I programmed a couple of parts, an engine mount, as well as a new exhaust flange for the new engine on the frame, so we don't have to modify the frame at all. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out, as well as build our engine mount. So let's get to it. This is a Cars and Cameras staple at this point, is the point where we
break out the Ike.
break out the eyeballer right here.
The old Ike-chrometer.
The Ike-chrometer. Yeah.
Either way.
Basically, when you have the sprocket on your wheel straight on, and you're trying to line up the sprocket on your engine, so you got one person eyeballing the other person doing the little dance with the engine, trying to line it up.
Does this thing still work? Like close one eye and...
Yeah, it's the ultimate eyeball test. Because if it's wrong, chain's not going to work.
You see that big sprocket? It's got to line up with that boy, which is really hard to tell on camera.
I think the big one's still too far out.
Yeah.
Like looking at it this way, I can see the motors in just like 2 credit card thicknesses, if that's a measurement.
Yeah, I'll put this bad boy down and we can really fine tune.
Is it better than it was?
It's better than it was.
What do we
If
got?
you want to look at it,
Yeah, I'll
more
look at it.
motivated. Ike usually uses a chain. He swears that if he can see the sprocket line up in the center of the chain back here, and then you see the teeth, because you can see when the teeth are touching either this side or that side.
Yeah,
But we can do
more
whatever.
than one way to skin a cat. We can put a chain on it to confirm,
I
but
think the chain might mess us up.
I like being able to see the teeth, the tips of the teeth.
Yep.
Oh, that's close, man.
It's very close.
It's so close.
Yeah, you thought you moved it too far, and it was a good movement.
I think we need to rotate the engine this way. That much.
Once our lowers get tacked in, like so, check it out by the way, I'm gonna build some brackets for the uppers. Burn it in, bud.
Alright, cover it. So,
Is it okay, yeah, let's not mess with it too much until we get those upper mounts built.
oh boy, yeah, because it might still move.
So I was thinking about doing something really fancy for the top engine mounts, but we are running real low on steel. Charles is working on a seat. Looks like Go Power Sports is going to be hooking us up with that. But we're working late tonight because I have a race at Virginia National Raceway later this week.
And,
Just humble flex, not really.
and I got to get to West Virginia tomorrow.
And Charles is on vacation.
What is
So
it,
we're-
West by... Yeah.
West by God, Virginia. So we're working late because we got a lot going on.
That seat.
Oh, that's a gorgeous seat. Hey, put it up there. See if
I
it
might
looks
have to
good.
put that back in the plastic.
Yeah,
Or-
just write it with the plastic on it. You know,
I
man,
gotta cut these out, but it's a little...
that looks awesome.
Actually, I like it.
That's pretty decent. Yeah, I like it, man. It's simple, clean, classic.
Couldn't
Let's
have
see
said
what we
that.
got over here. Get some motor mounts going. All right, leave us a comment. 1 out of 10. How do you rate our top motor mounts? Ike's gonna type a 3 in there. I can tell.
They look. I made them, we made them, but it looks like we took parts of a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, Charles used the torch and heated up some steel and bench. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Problem is, I don't know if it's gonna do anything for the strength.
Future, if you got any future ideas for us twisting some metal or something, leave a comment down below. I'll check them out. Don't worry. Oh.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Didn't think about this. These are teeny tiny. Okay, we're gonna.
It's only bad if you look at it.
Yeah, this one is solid. You can just ignore the fact that
one's
it's like
solid.
14 gauge.
All right,
Anyway,
I
it's
think-
time for the moment of truth. You ready?
I think it's stuck.
It's fine. Hey.
Oh, the motor stayed still. Look
Yeah.
at that. That's why it was stuck. It
Good
was
stuff,
solid.
man.
It was in there.
Dude, that actually looks really cool in there.
That's cool. Look at that.
We did good, man. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we got our engine is hovering.
It is hovering.
It's like floating.
We
Oh, you know what we didn't do?
Uh-oh.
We didn't drill a hole in the plate to change the oil.
Oh, it'll be alright.
But that's cosmetic. We can. It's bolted to the plate, so we can remove it and drill
Yeah.
a hole later.
I mean, I gotta say that looks pretty cool. That bottom mount, the way it like fits the curvature of the engine,
I like it.
looks good, man.
In the morning, Ike is going to be joining me out here. Charles is headed to West Virginia, so goodbye to Charles for a couple days. And hopefully, by the time he gets back, he'll be ready to ride this thing.
Yeah.
Catch you in the morning. What do you say, man? What do you think about that original, that ATC 70 engine and exhaust?
Did we ever get this thing running or not?
Yeah, that was the one that ran at like 1600 RPM, and that's
Ran like
it.
doo-doo.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's cool that it's here, but you know that exhaust, man. It's something.
Really bad.
Yeah, it is. So, can we try to get it loose?
Oh no, man! I think what we got here is sweet. What do you think of the engine? It looks awesome, doesn't it?
I am very impressed.
Thanks, man. It fits in there really well.
Well, you know, this one fit in there fantastic. How did that happen? Did I just stick it in there just for ha-has?
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
And it just looked too cool to...
Oh! And that's how this build started.
Exactly. So, yeah, that 110 is going to work awesome in the Scat Cat. You said a 3-speed. Are you sure it's not a 4-speed?
It might be a 4. I don't know.
I'm going to say it's a 4-speed.
It looks so stubby the way that front tire's sitting there.
Yeah, I was sitting over there and I was thinking it looked pretty stubby.
I kind of like it in a weird way. All right, so I think our engine mounts passed the Isaac test. So I say we burn them all the way in, man. The lower ones are just tacked. We can get that beautiful Go Power Sports seat on there, and
All right.
oh yeah. Did you drop something?
I did.
Okay, I saw that look on your face, like I just dropped something.
It was the exhaust gasket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Those are a pain to get back in there.
They are.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really happy how this thing turned out. This thing's going to be a riot to ride.
It's gonna be a head turner too, man.
Yeah, and I really like how nothing has been cut on the frame for this
No
job.
sir. No sir.
So this is pretty good. It's you know, the last build y'all did without me, it was exactly how I envisioned it. This one's close. Not exactly, but real close. It's a winner.
Cool.
We were up late last night installing a fuel system, installing our beautiful Go Power Sports seat, and finishing up the bike. We're missing a few pieces that are on order, so we're not going to do a full-on test drive today, but we are going to see what it'll do. But so far, we've accomplished everything we wanted to. We have a factory-looking installation, and we didn't actually modify the frame at all.
At all.
So, good stuff.
Yep.
Let's fuel it up and take it out.
Oh boy.
There's a gaping hole in this thing, John.
Yep. That's okay.
That should be good for us to go for a ride. We might want to let it sit for a minute before cranking.
Yeah, it's quite bad. Quite bad. That thing looks awesome.
Oh man, it really does. I can't wait to take it for a ride.
Yeah, no muffler, no rear brakes, and we're missing a couple other pieces, so nothing crazy.
Alright.
Let's see if that wiring's done right. Looks so cool. Heyo.
So far, so good.
Oh yeah, so far so good.
Lights actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does. It's a little smoky, man, but maybe it just got to clear out.
Alright. Ow. I think it's got to warm up.
Yeah, for sure.
Shifting gears. Check out first gear. We need a smaller sprocket on the rear.
That is so cool, though. It's a shifter mini bike.
Kill switch doesn't work.
Nice. Thing looks killer, man.
It is really sweet. The only thing we need is fix the front brakes here. We need the cable for the rear brakes. And what am I missing? Maybe a muffler, smaller rear gear so we can get a little bit more top speed. First gear is about useless.
Yeah.
I'd like first gear to be about like second gear. But other than that, this thing is freaking sweet, dude.
Hey, we nailed it, man. It's a Scat Cat. It's one of the coolest looking mini bike frames with a shifter engine in it. Very cool.
Love it.
Subscribe to Cars and Cameras to catch our shifter Scat Cat mini bike around our Grand Prix hot lap after we fix the gearing, the brakes, the kill switch. And we have a lot else going on, new shop progress as well. So leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's episode. Support the channel by joining the Cars and Cameras Pit Crew, our membership program, or the Crew Chiefs. You get special behind the scenes videos when you join the Cars and Cameras Crew Chief program. It helps to support us and our growth and everything that we're doing, so it's much appreciated. GoPowersports.com for all your mini bike and go-kart needs. Let them know Cars and Cameras sent you. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Check it out. Oh.
Yeah, I feel that. We're gonna get a table one of these days.
No, it's hey, you gotta. We don't need to fill the new shop up that quick.
Oh, that is good enough, sir.
I think it is. Do you
Let's
wanna...
weld the sucker.
Okay.